Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Justin Henderson, who's a running back out of Louisiana Tech. How's your day going, sir?
First off, I want to say thank you for having me on the show. My day going good. Just got done with a good workout. Ready to do this great interview today.
Great, and I always appreciate guys when they wear their colors, when they wear their gear. So we are La Tech. I mean, I like it.
It's a little sweaty, but
yeah, it's all good. I mean, you just came out of a workout, so that's
right.
fine.
Right.
So Justin, tell me a bit about yourself, man. Tell me where you're from, and just kind of lead us up to your journey there, up to La Tech.
Right. So I'm from Lake Wales, Florida, a little town in Florida. We about 20 minutes, 30 minutes away from Orlando. I played at Lake Wales High School. Was a great athlete. Went for 2,000 yards my junior year. Had 30 touchdowns. I was recruited, but not highly recruited. I had a couple schools, but I didn't have the grades. I was leaning towards Michigan State, but like I said, I didn't have the grades, so I had to go to. First, I went to a prep school for 6 months in Boston, Massachusetts. Almost had an offer to Virginia Tech, then their whole coaching staff changed. So that knocked me back down to back home in Lake Wales, and my coach ain't just want me to be a number here. So he started reaching out to JUCOs and stuff like that. And a couple schools reached back, Butler, Coffeyville, and some other school from Mississippi, and another school from Iowa. And Coffeyville was the only JUCO that showed me strong love. They even came to my house, did a in-home visit. I went to JUCO there, played one season there, went for 1,000 there, and then I left and went to Tech, and the rest was history.
Yeah, and one of the things that I have in my notes here is in 2019, you had yourself a darn good year. You went over 1,000 yards, 1,062 yards total, and 15 touchdowns. So, I mean, obviously a fantastic year in 2019.
Right.
I mean, obviously this past year, was a little off, I think, for everybody because of the pandemic. So,
Right.
how did this pandemic work out for you this year? I mean, were you able to, play a lot of games, or did you miss some? I mean, how'd that work?
Yeah, for me, it didn't work as well as it did for other people. Some people took advantage of it because they didn't have to go through the COVID protocol. I know I had to. I was quarantined 4 times, and that 5th time, during those quarantines, I tested negative. But that 5th time, that's when I tested positive, and that kind of knocked me off. Even the being quarantined for contact tracing knocked my whole thing off. And, I'm not used to that. And I'm used to having fall and summer and all that. I didn't know how important that was to past year. So it didn't work out like I supposed to. I know if I was healthy, I know I would have went well over 1,000 again. And it was tough. But the good thing about it, we had our, brotherhood and all that. We tried to keep each other, cool, because we didn't know next week if it was going to be canceled or the following week if it's going to be a game or not. So we just had to keep each other's minds right. And like I say, 2020 was the hardest season I ever played just because of the pandemic.
Right. And I mean, I think a lot of people would probably, echo that response. I mean, this past season, obviously, like being one of the more trying seasons of really a lot of people, in their sports experience.
Right. And
so
just not knowing if we were gonna have a season or not,
Right.
Like I said, I put all that work in just for that season, and I come to school and I'm contact tracing. Then I think I'm good, and I contact trace again. Then I end up testing positive. So it was shaky.
Well, I mean, glad you're healthy now, man. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, COVID's affected everybody in their own ways, but
Right.
let's kind of talk about you as a running back. I mean,
Right.
tell me a little bit about what kind of a running back are you? I mean, you're about what, like 5'8.5", 220, 225 pounds. You know,
Right.
very very strong leg. You know, guy. What kind of running back are you, man? What do you bring to the table as an athlete?
I can say I'm balanced. I can run the ball. I can catch. Speaking of that 2019 season, I had 200 receiving yards and one touchdown in the air. So um, I can catch the ball. I can pass block. Uh, what don't be noticed is I can run routes too. So I can say I'm a balanced back. I'm a third down back, fourth down back, whatever you call it. So um, I'm balanced.
Gotcha. And what about do you have any special teams experience that you can share? I mean, are you
I
ever out
was
there? Go
I
for
know
it.
high school. I was the kickoff. I was on that. In college, I was off returner. Did that for like 6 or 7 games. They had me on punt. Um, I mean, I can do special teams as well. So it don't matter.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it's just that sometimes what they do is they put guys like you, at least when they first start out, like on
Right.
special teams, and
And
see if
I'm
they
not
could.
gonna cry about it. I'm gonna do it. Whatever they
Yeah.
tell me to do, I do it.
I mean, sometimes they put you out there like on kickoff and see if you could run down there and make a tackle.
Oh yeah,
So I
I
don't know
can't
if you're.
tackle them. My high school film, I was laying people out.
All right. Well, nice, man. Well, hopefully you'll get a chance to maybe do that.
Right.
When you first hit the field. One of the cool things that you were able to do, Justin, is that you were able to go out to Texas and compete in the College Gridiron Showcase.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that event and what you did there. Can you sort of elaborate on that for us?
It was a great experience. Shout out to the whole Gridiron Showcase, all the people that put that together for us to be there and show our talents and sitting down one on one with the scouts and stuff. It was a great experience. I advise if you can't get to the Senior Bowl or the Reese or the NFLPA Bowl, I advise you to go to the Gridiron Showcase because you do get a chance to sit down with the NFL scouts and talk with them, and you get a chance to perform in front of them. And they also had 30 teams there, uh, and then also CFL and the rest of them was there too. So you're gonna get the exposure like you uh, like you want. But when I got there, I mean, I don't like, I'm humble, but I did my thing there. I pressed a lot of scouts. They didn't think I could catch or whatever. And I showed them I can run routes, I can hit the hole, I got good vision and balance and all that. So it was a plus for me at the Gridiron Showcase.
Gotcha. And obviously, like you said, I mean, you sat down with several scouts there. What are they telling you? I mean, what sort of feedback are you getting from scouts these days?
They just say keep grinding, working hard. I know one scout told me to keep getting faster, which I'm a believer in. Gain speed and the 40 time is different. It's like when you're running from somebody, it's different than when you just running. You know what I'm saying? So I have to adjust to that and get faster. That's the only feedback I get back from scouts.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, when you guys sit down and you do your pro days, I mean, I almost feel like they need to have somebody chasing you, just to like
Like it's
just to
different.
like get you to run a little
It's
faster.
different. It's the 40 time and game speed is very different.
Oh
But
yeah, I mean,
I understand it's a $1 billion business and they got to critique you and tell you things that you got to work on, and that's one thing I got to work on, which
right.
I'm good enough on that.
So tell me about your pro day. I mean, how did the pro day work out for you? Kind of give me some insight into your pro day and just kind of how you felt about it overall.
I felt good about it. I mean, I had a good day. The scouts was impressed. For one, they thought I was going. I don't know. They looked at my physique and they I don't know if they thought I was gonna come in all fat and sloppy or what. But I came in chiseled up. Shout out to Grissetti in Pittsburgh. They came in chiseled up, looking good. I had a good pro day, like I said. They was impressed, so even the pro day was an A+ for me.
Great. So obviously went out there, did a good job with your pro day. I do want to kind of get into a little bit of football. I mean, let's just kind of talk about you. Let's just say as a student of the game. So I mean,
Right.
I want to see like you from that lens, and hopefully just kind of give us some insight as to maybe how you break down film, and maybe even like an example of really how that played out for you in like a game time situation. So, and even if like there are a couple guys that you want to mention where like I don't know, maybe somebody you respect as an opponent that you were able to face this throughout your career.
Yeah. So I learned to watch film and break it down. Didn't know how to do it when I first got to college because in JUCO we just played football. That was just like high school all over again. And when I got to college, I learned that watching film and breaking it down make the game more slower. So when I watch film, I look at what the D line is doing and what the linebackers are doing. Is they coming off the ball, they find how they react to the run, how they react, if I go a certain way, how if they fake this way and switch that way, or the linebackers, are they aggressive? So I look at stuff like that when I break down film, which will help me in the game, really make the game for me to go slower when I critique and watch stuff like that.
Gotcha. And who's been like maybe some of your best competition over the years? I mean, obviously, playing a fairly competitive conference there, but who's been like your best competition to date, you think?
Team or player?
Let's talk. Well, both, but I mean, specifically more so player. Like who's like the best player you've ever faced?
Man,
because we're more so looking at like the guys up there in the front that you're going to have to wiggle around and break their tackles. So I mean, who have you faced?
Can I do my team?
Come on, man, don't cheat on me. So,
but it's not in Conference USA. It was when we played in the Miami. When we played Miami in the bowl, Independence Bowl, to Shreveport.
Right, go for it.
It was Shaquille. I don't know if he's still in the lead or not, but I know he made me work for my yard. You know what I
mean? He's still in the league. So
he gave me he worked me out, and I liked that because I gave him some stuff and he gave me some stuff. So I was just figuring him out throughout the game. So I can say him.
I mean, that Independence Bowl, probably one of your best moments out there as a player. So tell me just a little bit about that game, maybe a particular play that really just kind of stuck out in your brain from that game.
The first play, when I broke it for like, I want to say 15 or 20 yards, and I drug the player. Like, it was, I don't know. I knew, I don't know. It's just when I woke up that day, I knew I was going to have a good game. I just felt it. Like, that whole day went good for me. So when I came to the game and I relaxed and just had fun out there, I'm saying, like, that game was just because I'm from Florida, I'm in their backyard, and they showed interest in high school, but they never, like, pulled the trigger on me. And I kind of took that game personal, and it was one of my best moments playing college football.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it's always nice to, kind of show somebody up and say, you know what, man, you should have given me an offer, and this is what you get for.
And I know the coaching staff that's there now, nothing to do with it because they used to be at La Tech years ago. So it was more of Al Gordon, you know what I'm saying, who was there before. So we took care of business though.
Right.
A lot of people were shocked, but we weren't shocked because we watched film.
Gotcha. So great athlete in high school. I mean, like you said, running over 2,000 yards in high school. Also participated in a lot of other sports. whether it be track
Right.
or a whole lot of other things. I mean, do you feel like, participating in some of those other sports really helped you in your football?
Oh yeah, it helped me a lot. Like people was like, why is you doing soccer? I said, for one, it can help me with my footwork. I mean, after I was doing that for a couple of times practicing and stuff like that in the soccer, my footwork actually got better. And then, I run track. My speed I got faster. I knew how to run and stuff like that. And basketball kept my fatigue up. And I knew what to do to keep me in shape. So all that stuff correlate to football. You know what I'm saying? So I did those sports just to enhance my game.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming like some of the best advice that we could probably give any kid in high school right now is probably to, if you can, play some other sports because I mean, if you play other
Yeah.
sports, it will certainly help you in your football. So,
I would say this: play the sports till your junior year. You know what I'm saying? And then shut it down junior year on up because you don't want to wear your body down too much. So, you know what I'm saying? Just play it for, just a little bit and then shut it down probably your junior, senior year.
Gotcha. Well, I guess it depends on how good you are because then you'll have, maybe some coach say, I don't know, man, we really want you on our team so we could finish like this one track meet or, if you're in any other game too. But I hear where you're getting at because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like you were saying, I mean, you want to protect yourself and really
Mhm.
kind of hone in on being a football player if that's truly what you want to do. So, let's kind of get
Right.
into who Justin Henderson is, like outside of a football player. Tell me just a little bit about yourself, whether it be your interests, your hobbies. Um, Tell me just whatever you're passionate about that you really want people to know about
Well, my hobbies is, like I say, I love watching sports and stuff like that, but I'm also a God-fearing man. I take God very seriously. Um, I like, just, watching hunting shows. I like hunting. I grew to liking that. So I that's pretty much my hobbies. I really don't do anything but chill out and enjoy the family.
you. Gotcha. So, what was your hometown again? Where'd you say you were from again?
Lake Wells, Florida.
Okay. So tell me about your hometown a little bit there in Florida. Like if I were to come like visit your hometown, like where would I have to go? Like what's a good place to hang out there?
Well, I know everybody go to All Stars. It's like a restaurant mixed with a bar. Everybody go there and chill and relax on the weekends. It ain't really too much to do in Lake Wells. It's a small town, like I said, but it's more of a family oriented, or it's more of a family thing in our city. So it's like everybody know each other. Like we can go over to the house and chill and play card games and stuff like that. We really go to Orlando or Tampa to go have fun if we want to do that. But it ain't really too much in my city to do.
Well, it's not that bad of a situation though. I mean, where you have your choice of one over the other. It's just like,
Right,
well, where am I going this weekend? So
right.
obviously
Or
you
if you
got
don't feel like going there, you just go to All Stars. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to drive 30,
right,
40 minutes to Orlando.
right. And just gonna ask you since you're sitting in your vehicle,
Mhm.
what's your dream car, man? Like if you had like all the money in the world, like what's your dream car gonna be? Like if you
Well,
if
I
you
am a car man. I love cars.
all
So
right.
right now, I have a Mercedes Benz, right? So I want a AMG Mercedes, the SS, the big boy, the 2021. So I'm a Mercedes guy. You know, I mean, I like Bentleys and Ferraris and all that, but I'm more of a Mercedes guy. So I'll say a Mercedes. I'll probably get a Mercedes.
Nice. Well, at least you're kind of true to like what you're currently driving. So you just,
Right, right,
get like the next level up from where you're at. So
right.
it works. Hey, Justin, as we begin to wrap up, I try and ask everybody the why question. Why question really meaning like, why do you play football? Maybe why you started, why you play now, and just your motivation. So go ahead and hit us with it, man. You're wild.
Well, I got out the womb just liking football. I don't know if God just put that in my head, like football is your thing, stick with it, go with it. But I can say, my father was a great athlete, one of the best in Lake Wales, one of the best running back actually in the state of Florida at his time. Had a whole bunch of schools, Florida State, Florida, Alabama. He had every school you can name of, but he ended up choosing Florida State and signing there. But I can say he's been my big help on the way in the journey since he already been through that a little bit. I say my father the one got me to where I am right now.
Gotcha. And I want you to give your final pitch to all 32 teams in the NFL as to what kind of player you would be for their franchise if they took a chance on you and brought you into their team. So go for it, man. Hit me with your pitch.
Well, for one, I'm a team player. I'm willing to do whatever it takes for it to win, or for the team to win, or to put a team in a good position. So that's one. I'm a great teammate. You're gonna have a great teammate within a great person. I have no character, no problem off the field. I work hard. I give it my best. I'm very passionate about football. I don't like football. I love it. That where some people getting messed up at. I'm all in with football. That's all I sleep. That's all I think about. So you're going to get a player that's just hungry, ready to get better each day. I don't care if I just say, if I do take the starting role and I rush for 1,000 and that's just the it. Nah, I want more. Next season, I want to go for 2,000. Next season, 3. You know what I'm saying? Just having that motivation to, to keep driving. So they're going to get a great player in me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. I feel like you have a lot of untapped potential, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I say that in the best way possible because, I mean, given the fact that you really didn't have a true opportunity this year to really, showcase like what you're able to do, I think a lot of people are totally sleeping on really what kind of a running back you can be for their team. So, a guy with strong legs can be used in a lot of different ways. I mean, whether, between the tackles or outside the tackles. I mean, obviously, been very successful there, at La Tech, I mean, in your journey. So, yeah, I mean, I think you got a lot going for you. I mean, hopefully some team just decides to, pull the trigger and take a chance on you, man. I think it'd be great. So.
Yeah, they gonna lose out if they don't.
Right. All right, Justin. Thanks so much. I mean, again, this is Justin Henderson. He's a running back out of Louisiana Tech. Definitely check him out.
Thank you for having me.